Hey, so it's Monday. I'm back at it after work here. Got the radiator and fan shroud out. Normally wouldn't be able to get that off without taking the fan off, but pulling it from the front like this, it'll come out. So I'm just taking some pictures of the wiring harness and different things. Not like you could really mix any of it up. But I drained the whole cooling system. There were some nice colors in there. I think I changed my mind on the degas bottle. I'm going to try to clean it. The new one's kind of pricey. If I have to, I'll change it if I can't get it clean. There's a lot of gunk in there. I think when I get this motor, I'm going to pull the heads off of it just to see what's going on with it. But there's a lot of stuff I've got to replace. I already have the parts for it, but the power steering hoses, I'm glad I grabbed them. A couple other things. I'm thinking about changing the steering box. Looks like it's leaking. I'll have to see how much they cost first. But if you're going to change this stuff and you have the means to do it, you might as well do it now, because these things are tough to work on. As big as they are, you think you have all this room and you just don't have it. So all in all, it's not bad. I tore some of this rubber material or EDPM or whatever it is. You can't replace it, so I bought a adhesive from 3M. I think I'm going to try out to fix it, and I'll do a little segment on that. Pretty much replacing everything except the alternator and the power steering pump. I'm going to rebuild, only because, again, I can get to it. These things are really tough. I've changed a couple of them on F150s, never a 250, but it looks like you got about the same amount of room. So I'm just going to take care of that while I have it out. But little by little here I'm going. I might pull the crash bar off too, just to get it out of knee smashing range. But I'm going to get the fan off and the I guess the fan, I'll take the fan, the rest of the hoses off, and maybe another hour or two I'll work on it. I want to have it out by Thursday, but I'm not going to kill myself doing it. You can see it's pretty nice out here in Northeast PA. It's almost 70 degrees. Everybody's out in the woods having a good time. Not that I'm not having fun, but let's face it, I'd rather be out in the woods. So anyway, that's what we're going to do here. So I'll be back here in a minute. Marmalade. Alright, here's the fan clutch tool. This one's from Gear Wrench. It's pretty heavy duty. These wrenches they're thick, they're well made, they're heavy. I've been using a lot of Gear Wrench stuff lately. This is the most complete kit I've ever had for it. It wasn't a lot of money. And again, I'm not affiliated with them. It's not advertising. I'm just trying to tell you what I think of it. But this is what you need to get that fan clutch off. There's other ways of doing it. You can use a big adjustable and give it a good whack, but these things are much better. There's another one that if you put your air chisel on it and you hit the top of it, it'll break it loose. I'm not saying you can't do that with this one. That's how that one's designed. So I'm going to put a big breaker bar on here and it'll come off. But it's a pretty complete kit and it wasn't a lot of money, so if you're looking for one, it's a little cheaper than, I think KD would be the next one up, even though it looks identical, and maybe it is, but this one costs a little less money. I think it got off of eBay. If you want to get that off, this is what you need. Alright, so here's how this works. For the Ford application, you're going to take these spanner lugs off. And these two hooks, they go on 2 of the 4 fan pulley bolts, just to hold it. And then this is the particular wrench for the clutch nut. So I'm going to try to get a video of this thing coming off. Let's see how we do. that's it. What I just figured out quick there is put this side, the part that swings off the bar here, put this side toward the counterclockwise side. There it is. And no, I didn't break it loose before I put the camera on. This might sound a little elementary, but do yourself a favor and take a picture of which way your belt goes. Save yourself some time later on. It's a little thing, but this truck, there was a sticker here that gave belt routing. It's long gone. So I'm going to snap a picture with my iPhone, but obviously I have it on the video. But save yourself a little work. Once again, here's another good gear wrench tool. I mean, their stuff is just incredible. And again, I don't get anything out of saying that. Just trying to help someone out. So I think they're reasonably priced before you spend any money on something more expensive, or spend a little less and get something that's kind of crappy. These things are great. And the wrench locks on here. It comes with everything. Everything you see here all comes in the kit. It's got an O-ring on there that secures the wrench. Secures that lug. You get 3 different sizes here. Thing works great. Alright, let's start taking some of this stuff off. The pulleys, tensioner, I have a new one. Idler pulley. And I think I might be able to get to the power steering pump too. But I may wait till the motor's swinging out of there to do that. We'll see. Here's another quick piece of advice. If you've never had one, get yourself one of these. As you can see, find one used. But make sure if it's a Craftsman, it's the one made in France. It's the hose clamp pliers. These things work. These things work great. Give them a squeeze. Locks automatically. And that's it. Clamps away. See, it's a Craftsman one of them. You can find one. It's S47390. It'll be a lot less than you'll pay for some other ones that I've read bad reviews on. But make sure it's the one made in France. See if I could zoom in on it. That's it. It's off. Alright, it's Joe here. Got pretty far yesterday. Everything's off the front of it. Today I'm going to pull the coil packs, the intake, get everything off the top, hopefully the wiring harness out of it. fuel rail, and maybe I'll venture underneath, get the torque converter bolts out. Y pipe bolts, I'm just going to cut them. I have new ones. I have new exhaust manifolds, so I don't really care about destroying them, or I didn't even spray them with anything. And I guess I got to get the starter out and the AC compressor. Real quick though, for these coil packs, or COPs, coil on plugs, you got to get one of these swivel sockets. The ones that are under the cowl, the two rearmost. You can get them without this, but then there's another one on the driver's side, on the left side, right underneath the fuel pressure regulator. Really difficult to get, but this swivel socket was only cheap. It was cheap. I got it off Amazon. I don't even know what brand it is, but I believe it's a 7mm and a swivel. You'll get under it with that. Alright, well, I didn't get very far today. Got the intake off, wiring harnesses out, fuel system. Well, that was the problem. I had a fuel line that was just frozen on there. Little by little I was able to work it back and forth and get it out of the rail. They were both frozen, but the smaller one was really bad. In the end, I couldn't get the tool inside there to remove it. It's pretty corroded in there. So I was able to get most of it out. And the only way I got it apart, I just couldn't fit the tool in there squarely. It wouldn't, there was just too much crap laying in it. So in the end, I had to grab the spring. I've done this before. I had to grab it with a hook and just pull it out. It was either I couldn't keep yanking on the fuel line. Eventually something was going to let go. So that's where we're at. No real mystery here. I mean, it just gets easier to work on the more stuff you take off of it. Next, I guess I'll just drain the oil out of it. Torque converter bolts. Get the motor mount bolts out of there. And the Y pipe. Other than that, oh, and the AC compressor. So I'll probably do that tomorrow, but it's supposed to rain here. It's starting to get a little cloudy out. But I'll figure it out. So, didn't get too far today anyway. Back at it tomorrow.